Hello students of class 4. My name is Lily Case. I am your social science tutor, and here we are with another topic, that is chapter 11, Bringing the World Closer. This lesson is in page number 72 in your textbook. Chapter 11, Bringing the World Closer, page number 72. Here in this lesson, it is a continuation of chapter 10, where you have learned about human beings and their discovery of wheel, right? Where human beings, after seeing a log rolling, they decided to make a wheel out of it. And when the wheel was discovered, slowly the means of transportation also came up, okay? So this is the wheel which you see in the image. Now here in this lesson, you're going to learn about the transportation in villages, the transportation in towns, the transportation in the olden times, and the fastest and the slowest means of transportation. Okay, now let me tell you what is a transportation. This transportation is something that takes you from one place to another. Okay, something that helps you to travel. Earlier, what happened was people used to walk from one place to another. Okay, and that takes them about 1 week, 1 month, or sometimes even more than 1 month. All right, but when the transportation came up, human beings were able to travel from one place to another so quickly, and it took them lesser time. Okay, so let me begin with the transportation in the villages. So right now, even in the villages, you will see some cars, some buses, also we see trucks, right? But earlier in the villages, these vehicles were not available. Okay, so they would either walk carrying all those loads on their back, or they would also use some other means of transport like animals. Okay, especially the animals were used for transportation. Now coming to the transportation in towns, so all those vehicles like cars and buses which I have mentioned, these were first introduced in towns. Okay, and only then even the villagers started using these vehicles. Now in the olden times, what happens is people travel on animals, okay, by sitting on top of the animals like horse, like donkey. Okay, they travel, and then when there was the wheel which I told you, after the invention of the wheel, the cars came up, right? So with the help of cars, they could travel from one place to another so quickly. Those days which was taking 1 week, now they can cover up that journey in 1 or 2 days. Okay, now the fastest and the slowest transportation. Here in this lesson, you are going to learn about aeroplane, which is known as the fastest means of transportation. Also, the slowest means is ship. Okay, but some of the trains are also very slow. Now here, these are the examples of the transportation in olden times. Now those days, people travel with the help of horse. Okay, the horse pull those chariots and they travel. Also in places like Rajasthan or in any desert areas, we know that the animal camel lives there, right? So they use camel to travel from one place to another. Not only that, but the camel can also carry a very heavy load. Okay, so people in the desert area, they are not fortunate like any other countries. Okay, they don't have horses, they don't have bullock carts. Okay, so they use this camel to travel from one place to another. And also people in the desert area, they don't have water, they don't have proper food, so every time they used to look out for water and food. For that, they have to gather all the family together, and they travel along with your camel, where the camel will carry all those heavy loads for them. Okay. Now later on, with the invention of wheel, you could also see that the bicycles came up. Okay. So the bicycles cannot carry very heavy load, but still it is an easy, it has made traveling very easy. All right. So here are the examples of the animals which were used for transportation. We have the horse, the donkey, the camel, and then the animals like cow and buffalo are used in the field work. Okay, so they tie up those tools which are used in the field, and then these animals pull it, and then the field work is done with the help of these animals. So you can have a look. We have the horse, the donkey, the cow, the buffalo, and the camel. All right. So there are three main types of transportation. One is land transport, two is air transport, and the third one is water transport. All right, remember these three. There are three main types of transportation: land, air, and water. All right. Now let me begin with the land transport. Now in land transport, it is divided into two types again. All right. One is the roadways and one is the railways. Okay. Roadways means where we use the road for traveling, and railways means we use the railway tracks. Okay. You can see that the train cannot run in a normal highway. All right. The train needs a special track which is specially designed by the engineers, and with the help of these tracks, the train can run to any distance or any location. Okay. So here are some few examples of the roadways. I'm sure you have seen the truck, the bus, and also the cars which travels on road. So remember, whichever vehicles travel, whichever vehicles run on the road, those are known as roadways. Okay. Now coming to the railways, so we have different types of railways. Okay, some of the railway, they carry the passenger from one city to another city. Some of the train, they run underground, also known as metro train. All right, then we have trains like this which carry only goods. Okay, they travel a large number of goods. It could be clothes, it could be food, sometimes it could be big things like cars, okay, or a bike or scooter. They might be transporting from one city to another, and those are transported with the help of this goods carrier railway train. All right, then another one we have is this one. This is very fast. Okay, and right now this train is not available in India, though the government is trying to bring it. However, this fastest train is available right now in big countries like China, Japan. All right. Okay, coming to air transport. Remember, we have three main types of transport: land, air, and water, right? I just finished with the land, where there are two types of land transport: roadways and railways, right? Now I'm coming to the second point, okay, that is air transport. So as you can see in the picture here, one is aeroplane and the other one is helicopter, right? Now in airplane, airplane can carry more people as compared to helicopter. Okay, so this helicopter, most of the time they run during natural calamities. Okay, natural calamities means if a country has faced an earthquake, flood, or any natural disasters, then those are called natural calamities. So during those emergencies, this helicopter provides aid, okay, aid in terms of medicines. They bring medicines from other places, or they also bring clothes, food for those people who are affected by this flood, earthquake, and any kind of natural calamities. However, this aeroplane, okay, this is mostly used for transportation, and they can carry more number of people as compared to helicopter. All right. And aeroplane is also the fastest and the most expensive means of transportation. Expensive means very costly, okay, where the price is very high as compared to the bus ticket, as compared to the train tickets, okay. So aeroplane is very expensive. However, those people who want to travel in a far distances, they use aeroplane, so they can cover up their journey at a very short period of time. All right. Next is water transport. So here you can see in the pictures we have different types of water transport. Some of the ships, they carry the passengers. Some of the ships, they are used during emergencies, okay, and some of them, they carry the goods. So likewise, even the waterways have different purposes, okay. So some of them are quite small, so they cannot carry many people, but some of the ships are very large, so even thousands of people can travel there. All right. However, while traveling by ship, you cannot reach your destination very soon as compared to the aeroplane. All right. Also, we have ships like this where they transport the spacecraft, okay, like especially during the wars. All right, they used to transport the spacecraft from one place to another for the pilots, okay. Then we have small water transports like boats, and these are specially used by one or two people to cover short distances, okay. Here a person has to give effort to go from one place to another with the help of that wood, okay. So he have to pull it, he have to take it into different directions in order to use that. So here you have learned about the three types of transportation, right? One was land, one was air, one was water. Now let me take you back to the beginning, okay? Here in this transportation, what happened was earlier people did not have good means of transportation, right? So it was very difficult for them to travel from one place to another. Not only that, but they also had difficulty in transporting a large number of goods, okay? Because human beings do not have that strength to carry certain type of weight, right? But after this transportation came up, human beings were able to take the goods from one place to another in a huge number, okay? Also, transportation has made our life very easy, right? Earlier, people, even during our generations, okay, I've also heard stories from my ancestors that earlier times when they want to meet their loved ones or when they want to meet their cousins or relatives, then they used to walk from one place to another, and sometimes they used to sleep in the jungle, and then they even carry their food because they will be resting in the woods, in the jungles for days in order to reach the another village, okay. So likewise, when transportation came up, now even in the villages, when I go to my own village, I see that there are cars, we have buses. Now I don't have to walk anymore. I can take up the bus, or I can also take a car and reach my village within within an hour or two, okay. So transportation has made our life very easy, right? Then another thing about transport is that earlier, in order to send things from one country to another, it was impossible, right? So either a person has to carry the things and take it from one place to another, or they will not get it, okay? But when transportation came up, even the countries, okay, two different countries, they started exchanging their goods. Like let me give you an example from India, okay? Indians, they started sending their spices. Spices are those ingredients, food ingredients which we use. So they started sending it to another country, and even the other countries, they send their clothes, their books to India. And all this was possible because transportation came up, okay? So for heavy things, most of the time we use the water transport. For traveling to different places, very far distances, we use the air transport. And for land transport, many of us use the land transport. Sometimes even to go to your school, you use the land transport. And the land transport is also considered cheap. Cheap means it doesn't cost much money. However, comparing to all these three, the water transport is the cheapest, okay? It doesn't cost much money, all right? So thank you very much, dear students. I'll see you soon with another topic.